October 14th. A little chilly, not too bad. Probably 60. Back with this microphone a little bit more. Can't ever seem to get it right. Put a little buffet on the end of it this time. Hopefully the audio is better. Last time it was absolutely terrible. Hear every little ounce of wind. I noticed it was better when I shut the helmet. You know, I'm trying to keep it that way since it's a little cooler today. It's not so bad. It's hot outside. It's impossible to keep the visor down. I have a shoe berth that has the anti-fog pin lock inside of it, but it just it stopped working as well, and then it started picking up just kind of a dinge, and I pulled it out, and I tried a trick where you rub the visor inside and out with dandruff shampoo, let it dry, and then buffed it off, and it works very well actually, but only works a few times, maybe 2 times really, and then you got to redo it. So need to put the pin lock back in. It just, you know, every time I breathe out I get a fog blast on the windshield visor. I mean, not terrible, but yeah, annoying. Part of riding a bike is I want it to be as I want to have the visual as close to being just naked eye as possible, and really anything in front of your eye takes away from it, even if it's just a millimeter of plexiglass, polycarbonate, whatever the hell they use. Little nippy. Turn my heated grips on. I like that about BMW. They all have heated grips. I've only seen one model that didn't. So that's a nice little benefit. I mean, you know, if it gets cold as shit and your hands are warm, you know, you don't feel much better. I mean, at least your hands can move. That's the key. But you just buy a heated jacket and get the pants too. I don't know that you really need them. Once you put the jacket on, you tend to be fully warm. It plugs in, you know, you got a little accessory plug that goes into the battery and heats you right up. Now, back in the old days, probably up to the early 80s, I don't know, motorcycles were on a 6-volt system. I don't know if it could power a heated suit, but now they're on 12 volt, just like a car. And I haven't noticed any drain on the battery at all. Now, when I got the bike new, the battery was a little iffy. They charge it for you the day you come to pick it up, but who knows how long the battery sat on the shelf and then sat inside the bike on the store floor, just sitting there running the integral clock. Jeez. So you get them, and pretty much first thing you need to do is put them on the charger, you know, consistently, or ride it every day for a week or 2, you know, and then usually it's fine. I got this one up to speed, just riding it, and I did put the charger on it a couple different times. I noticed when I had the heated suit on, and maybe I had something else, I don't know. I guess the phone was charging on it too, and I noticed when I got back, the battery was low, a little sluggish to start. Big 1800 boxer engine, so a little bit of a strain on the starter, I'm sure. But just rode it, and it was fine. I didn't need to get a new battery or anything like that. And I've had the bike, I guess, 3 years now. No issues, 2 or 3 years. Every now and then, you know, looking on the charger again. Gotta have a good bike charger. I'll just try use some Walmart charger. I mean, you can in a pinch, but the bike charging is really made for it. It's not going to overload these circuits or pop any fuses, anything like that. And the to say that. And about the same price. I mean, I don't know, Walmart's is like 20. I think I paid 80 for the BMW suggested one, but you know, it's fine. What's 80 bucks anymore? A couple of meals. It used to be a lot of money, but not anymore. You buy anything for $20, you pretty much guarantee it's going to be trash 80% of the time. I mean, yeah, there's some rare exceptions. I bought a $1.10 knife, $12.99, $12.99. And apparently they retail for like 50 normally, 40 to 50. And some of them, depending on the metal you get, can go really high. But anyway, aside from whatever somebody pays for it, just a really great knife. I use it all the time. I actually put it in my kitchen. I take it with me places. It's a good pocket knife, but at the same time, the edge is so sharp, and with the clip point being so precise, it's great for cutting vegetables. And it sounds bad, maybe. I keep it clean, wash it just like I would silverware. But yeah, man, it makes easy work of like carrots and potatoes and stuff like that. So I enjoy it. It's to me, a kitchen necessity. It's a hell lot better than those cheap knives you buy at Williams-Sonoma or wherever, Target, millimeter thick steel. Yeah, they're nice for 2-3 months, and then they get dull and they sit in the drawer. Who's going to sharpen kitchen knives other than a chef? So they just get worse and worse. And if you're lazy and you put them in the dishwasher, well, that's the end of them. The buck, man, it's, hell, if I break it, it's $12. But then it has a lifetime warranty. And I think for $10, they'll totally restore the knife for its life, for my life. It says lifetime warranty. I mean, I don't know if it transfers, but I don't know if it'd be worth mailing in a $12 knife, spending $11 to get totally redone, unless you had some attachment to it. You could just go buy a new one. But in any case, damn good. Brass bolsters, good solid wood inlays. You can hammer with that damn thing, you can beat it, no problem. And when you don't spend a ton of money on a knife, you'll use it for those projects, like for what it's intended for. Basically save your ass kind of thing. So when you need something, I had to pull a screw out of my tire one time with that knife, and it worked perfectly. I mean, I chipped the tip slightly, maybe an eighth of a millimeter off, not much. But you wouldn't do that with a $300 knife. I mean, you're just not going to. So now you got this little princess thing that just sits in your drawer and you never use it. Or if you get the cheap knife, I could actually use the damn thing. I hate to see anything, I know I'm personifying things, but I hate to see any little tool just go unused and just sit. It's sad. It's like watching an animal alone in a cage. It's just, just sad. The little thing wants to be used. The motorcycle wants to be ridden. The car wants to be driven. Switch and roll the rocks. I get these crazy power increases in it on the motorcycle mode. And you gotta be careful with it. I've been riding in the roll mode for a while, which pretty much dampens your engine braking. So when I let off the throttle, I get the sun forward. A little more comfortable in traffic. And you turn it off and you go rock, which is like the full throttle or wired throttle mode, no computer assist. And the damn it'll get you. You want to pop a wheelie if you're not careful. Maybe not that much. I don't know how to pop a wheelie. I always wanted to. Never had the right bike for it. Never bike that would run heavy as shit. My stepson had a dirt bike, but it's a little Honda 50. You can get that damn thing going pretty good. I don't know if I ever popped a wheelie on it, but that would have been one I could have. Oh man. So yeah, mid-October, cloudy as hell, chilly but not freezing, and as bad as it is, shit, hell, lucky on a lot of the rest of the world. Oh, the rest of the world just stays cloudy all the damn time, and it's cold and rainy all the damn time. At least here you get breaks. Even in the winter, the sun comes out. It may still be cold, but it's just nice, crisp, clean sun. Brightens your mood. It's funny, you read these studies on, oh, sunlight helps the mood. No shit. I mean, you needed to do a study to figure that out? You needed to do a study that sunlight cheers people up? I mean, get a fucking life. What do you think? I mean, of course, it feels good. It warms you up. It feels good on the skin. It shows everything's outside. It opens up the possibilities so I can go outside to eat. I can hike. I can canoe. I can whatever. Do all these outdoor things that you cannot do when it's cold as shit. Unless you're, you know, a hardcore, whatever thing it is. But, yeah, of course sunlight cheers people up. Fucking ice. If you get cheered up in the dark, cold, ice, everything outside is dead, then you may have some problems. I mean, yeah, you know, I'll assume right off the bat you probably got a few extra pounds than me, and so you can handle the cold. But still, aside from the cold, I like the warmth. I mean, I like the brightness of it. That's the smallest cop car I've ever seen. Thought it was a toy when it went by. You don't see sirens on around here too often. Most people around here behave somewhat. You get little road ragers, that's about the biggest problem. I need to go by and put some air in these tires. I said that last time I was out on the road. Have no idea where I'm going. Just riding around in the traffic sound. La-di-di-di-da. Take me to the moon, Venus or Mars, da-da-da, another song. But I'll sing it anyway. Watch him come over in the old line because he wants to turn. I won't go there. That's why I won't go. So I'm going to just start turning right now as hard as I can to go to that point instead of just going and getting in the lane like I should. No one exists but me. Don't you know how important I am? So many people think they're so important, and you're not. You're just another of millions of people just like you before you. Whatever class you're in, whatever job you do, whatever house you live in, there have been a million people just like that before you. They got old and they died. And after a few generations, nobody fucking remembers them. So get over yourself. Go get your little $600 tennis shoes and your little $1,000 relaxed sport outfit. And got news, man. Ain't nobody gonna remember you. You know? Nobody. I mean, unless you do something, and even then, that only lasts maybe a couple more generations. And after that, like, what the hell's this road named after? What did he do? Oh, okay. Some people will go say, oh yeah, such and such, he was the guy, you know, the Fulton County Courthouse is named after Joe Fulton, and, you know, he did this and that, and people like get irritated. It's like, I don't fucking hear this. Am I a trivia game? So it's just, it's useless. It's been said a million times before me that, you know, everything is just sand. Sand in the hourglass, just ticking away. So really the only thing you can do is make yourself happy while you're alive as much as you can, within reason. Respect other people's desire to be happy too. That's, you know, that's what gets me about Satanists. They're like, okay, it's all about, you know, pleasure and enjoying yourself. Okay, that's fine. But you just, as long as you also let other people enjoy their life, is that so hard? I don't know if that's just that or the whole damn enchilada's out. Oh, they all out, fuck me. Yeah, they all out. I'll get the race. Fuck it. I get the racing fuel. See how that do. $17 a gallon. Mike has turned out to be quite the little son of a bitch. Quite the little SOB. I'm having trouble today. Don't even know what side of the pump to stand on. Jesus. This one out too? Alright. No. I don't want to save. No, I don't want a car wash. No, I don't have Thanksgiving with the shelf company. No, I don't want email and text alerts. No. Why these companies think anybody wants this crap? Jesus. That's the whole reason people stop going into stores. That's the reality. It is not for the convenience. Yes, that's part of it. I guarantee you, a big part of it too is people got sick of the damn, do you want to join the rewards club? What's your phone number? What's your email? Gotta have an email to sell you something. The fuck, seriously? I gotta have a fucking relationship with you because I bought a goddamn candy bar here? Give me a break. I don't want to talk to you people after this. You know what I want to get email alerts from Williams-Sonoma for? Oh, we got a new pan on sale. Okay, I want a pan, I'll go there. I need an alert about it. It's crazy. That's another one. These companies just get full of themselves. They think that their brand is so superior. Everybody wants the Williams-Sonoma experience. Not a single amount, but it's like, dude, it's just a pan. It's just a colander. It's nothing special. Where'd my thing go? Oh, she fell out. This is the stuff I'm talking about. It's just difficult. Difficile. Please go. I don't want to be here all day. I think I'm talking to myself again. Let's go old school here. Break it on down. There we go. Why that goddamn thing won't come to my hand? Hey. Oh, you dirty son of a bitch. Oh, slid right back off. Alright, get back underway in a minute here so and everything starts working. There we go. Much better. Alright, hopefully that works. Now let me restart the bike, and I got to get the key out again. I got to get the key out every single time and stick it under the tank. BMW did such a good job on that. I didn't have anything else to do, but every single time I turn the bike off, I have to get the goddamn key out. You stick it up under the thing, so it goes. The world. Whoever came up with that fucking antenna should be fired. Damn, it's annoying. I got a pizza yesterday, speaking of people who should be fired, and it was turned upside down. All the cheese was wadded up on the side of the box. The kid just didn't say anything. And hey, if I spent $10 for it, fine, get over it. Just eat the pizza. You'll live. But they're $45 now after the tip. So a little pricey to get a ball of cheese stuck in the side of a cardboard box. And you call and, what area are you in? We don't deliver there. Yeah, I've used your store every single time I've ever gone there. Ever used it. Since I've been there and ordered pizza, it's the only place I've ever ordered it. And, and I knew as soon as he asked where I lived, I knew that's what he was going to say. Because why does it matter? Because you're just trying to get me to go away. You're looking for any excuse to get you to go away. I had a car hit me one time. My car was parked. It was a golf event. They had a giveaway car, Progressive Insurance, sitting up on the curb. And it was bright white. I have a blue car. And I get back from the golf event, and it's all done and everything, and the prize car is gone. I look at my bumper, and I got a big white streak on the back of the bumper. So they obviously backed the car up into it. Yeah, there's a small chance that another white car came and did it, but yeah, it's pretty weird. I mean, exactly the same tone of white, too. And, anytime you hit a car, there's a paint exchange. It's plain and simple. A jury would convict you. But I call over to the Progressive company. I said, hey, I was at that event you hosted. And told them the story. And the lady says, emails me back. It was email. Emails back. We didn't have a white car at the show. Oh, see, that's the shit. Like, just trying to get you to go away. You know damn well you had a white car there. I mean, give me a break. The damn thing didn't just disappear and materialize. You're lying. You don't even know. She's just some, clerk in some office that gets an email, and she didn't know what color that car was at an event. She just said it wasn't that color. Bullshit. But that's what people do, And it's gaslighting. It's just another version of it. It's like, if I don't like what you're saying, or I don't want you here, or I want to put a power over you, whatever that may be, to get you to leave or do something I want, and you're countering me with any kind of comment, I'm going to act like everything you say is crazy, and you're confusing me, and you're crazy, so that you'll go away. At the end of the day, it's one less little job you got to do, because you're a nitwit. Your brain doesn't work well enough to actually digest and process something and give somebody an intellectual response. You're there like a stupid little piece of fruit rotting away. To me, it's like the F word to a lot of people. I can't stand that word. You heard me. They heard you. They say because they need a pause. They need a moment to absorb what you said and understand what you're saying, because they know deep down they're stupid. And they're trying to say an answer that will meet a more intelligent person's comments. I mean, they feel you're more intelligent. So just, fuck away from me. Sick people. Then you find yourself surrounded by them, It's like, just, if it was just once in a while, hey, haha, funny, it happens. I'm surrounded by these types. Just surrounded. Never get a break. Always explaining everything you did, everything why you do something. Explain. Let me just live my life. You do you, I'll do me. Mind your own goddamn business. You don't think motorcycles are safe? Then fucking fine. Don't buy one. I don't care. I am going to buy one. I'm going to have one as long as I can ride. Get over it. If that bothers your sensibilities, tough shit. Get a fucking hobby. something out of the mailbox. And that's fine. I actually am glad he told me, but at the same time, I'm like, what do you do? Watch the damn street all day long? Is that what you do? I've smelled pot coming from the backyard a couple times. I have a feeling he's up to some nefarious shit. And that's why he tells me he's got cameras all around the building. And yeah, I bet you do. Waiting for the feds or DEA to come get your ass. Time for that shit. I don't care what you do over there. You don't worry about what happens on my side of the yard either. The guy that was at the mailbox was basically the landlord. Grabbing something out of the mailbox that came to him to that address in error. That's it, And then I tell the guy that's the situation, that's fine, let it go. But he just keeps going on and on about it. I just want to keep my own things. I just want to keep my own things. Keep my own things. I got you, man. I got you. Stop saying it. Can we end this conversation? I mean, normally, if I thought we'd be friends, I would engage in the conversation longer and, talk a little bit more. And, the guys even got the same car as I. So it's kind of cool, but I'm just tired of, reaching out to people trying to be friends, and then there's always some roadblock or some problem where they just fucking ignore you flat out. One reason or another, they don't like you, I don't know. Maybe it's part of the state you're from, the accent you have, or don't have, whatever, but I'm just tired of it. It's just so many times try to befriend people and it just blows up in my face. I mean, and I end up feeling so much worse if I just never asked them in the first place if they wanted to do something. Then some people, it's you gotta make this plan 3 months out. Oh yeah, that's fun. I'm talking about spending an hour at a shooting range or something. I'm not talking about going on a cruise ship for a week. I don't think if it's an hour or two of a day on the weekend that you really need to put that in your Outlook calendar. I just don't really get that. That's not a big deal. I mean, if you got a busy life, I guess you gotta do that, but if you want to do something, you'll find a way and you'll do it. If you don't want to do something, you look for ways not to. And that's what most people, they're in a good mood and it's hey, you want to go do this over the weekend? Yeah, man, sounds cool. Give me a call, blah, blah. And then every single time, the day of, they have some reason they can't do it. Because they're comfortable at home on the couch and they don't want to spend the mental energy to go and meet up with you and have to be on in conversation for the next couple of hours. But, if you did it, you'd have a good time. But aside from that, you gave me your word. You want to do something. I mean, it's not like a promissory note, but you, this fucking asshole. Well, come on out, fucker. Yeah. I'm in an SUV. He'll slow down. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. There's one fucking car behind me. You couldn't wait 2 fucking seconds? I gotta ride behind this fucking toaster oven now. Most goddamn ugly fucking vehicles known to man. Soulless, boring fucking vehicles. I like the trucks. I mean, they're SUVs too, but the ones that have kind of a truck setups. But just your standard SUV. They're very, just boring. They're cubes. The people that get them, they think they're so elite, they get all this stuff from them, or whatever. Going back to what I was saying, so yeah, I mean, you got me your word, you want to do something. If I tell you I'm going to do something, by God, I'm going to do it. That's just how I am. That's how I was raised. That's what I believe. And, it used to be the whole region down here was like that. And that value is gone away over time, unfortunately. But I've been a few times. I don't want to do. I said, hey, let's go get dinner and a beer or whatever. And yeah, it gets up to the time I don't want to. I've got 6 hours left in my Sunday, and I just want to veg on the couch and mentally recharge my battery so that work is not as miserable Monday. But damn it, I said I was going to do it. So I get my ass up and I go. And you know what? I end up having a better damn time than sitting on that damn couch. And at least then I feel like I accomplished something over the weekend, that I did something rewarding, not just sit there. So like some people are that way about church. Oh, I don't, it's like a job having to get up and go at 11 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Why are you looking at it in the negative light? You're the one putting the negative light on there. To you, it feels like getting up and going to work. Well, maybe do something else, but I know damn well if you went, you'd have a good time and you'd be glad you went. You know, maybe meet a couple people, have a little lunch after, and it's a nice day. Then go home and do a couple little house chores, whatever, and then watch a game or two. And that's a nice weekend. Sitting on the couch the entire weekend until your ass hurts. It's not what you were put on this planet to do. That's just some fantasy that we have. When we're working, we want to be calm. And then a lot of us, when we're calm, when we work, it's just, I don't know, dichotomy of it. It's pretty out here. It's horse land, I guess they used to call it. There are a few horse and cattle things out here, but not like they used to be. It's nice. The weather's actually pretty good. I don't hate the cold. Well, I don't hate the fall. It's just depressing because you know what's coming around the corner. But honestly, in Georgia, the weather isn't really ever that bad. You get some ice here and there, but it's like, maybe 5-6 days out of the year. It's funny, I was in a gas station over the prior week, and this guy was talking to this other lady, and I'm from New York. People from New York, they want to tell you they're from New York in the first 5 minutes. They think it's a badge of honor. They think that makes them tough, like they're still Don Corleone or something. It's just a place, man. It's just a place. And which is fine, though. I'm not insulting him. But then the lady says, I'm from Florida, and he says, oh, I'm sorry. So, really? Florida? That's why everybody in New York, when they retire, where do they move? Florida. Sometimes Arizona, they go to Florida. That's why. Because the weather's so much worse than New York, and you're apologizing. And then look at him. Where's he at? He's here, in Georgia. Hell, I don't know if anybody's left in New York, is there? They seem to all move out as soon as they can. Crazy-ass winter, crazy-ass liberal shit. If you're not the right group that they want to help, then you're on the shit list. You may as well kill yourself. You get nothing but penalized and never any praise and never any help, and everybody's putting their food on your neck. That's not fair. That's not what the country was made to be like. And, and I love when you say anything about it. Oh, no, I people because you're against them. I'm not against anybody. I want everybody to get the exact same goddamn treatment. I want equality, true equality. If a woman wants to get paid as much as I do, then, don't call out sick every other month. Work extra hours. Make your job your life. It sucks, but that's what you gotta do. And, don't expect me to pay for half the damn meal. Don't expect me to hold the door open for you. That shit's stupid. Walk behind you. You get off the elevator and you gotta let them get off first. And then see, women will say, you hate women. No, I don't. I just want fairness. Why should I hold the door for somebody who I know damn well if they're in front of me and they open the door, they don't even look behind them. They just let the door slam right in your face. And this is the group where in movies for so long, the guy asks him out on a date and the girl makes fun of him and laughs and it's like so funny and it's like, go girl, you're an asshole. It's not a go girl, you're just an asshole. You're fucking totally mean shit. So if a girl asks a guy out, the guy makes fun of her, put the shoe on the other foot and it's a fucking, he's an asshole. And everybody hates him. So why is it okay for anybody to do that? And I think most women don't get me wrong, but there are some. I mean, unfortunately, the ones I've run into in my life have been all assholes. Self-centered, psychopathic assholes. That's just me. And you can label me whatever the hell you want to label me. I don't give a shit, because you're going to label me anyway. No matter what I say, you can label me. And everybody's afraid of being labeled. Well, we are labeled. We're not 100% any label all the time, but we are some labels some of the time. Probably most. I can be an asshole. I can be nice. I can be too nice. I can be trusting. I can be too trusting. I can be, chatty and a big mouth and gossipy, and then some days I'm an asshole and don't talk to people. It's just... Maybe the lady that slammed the door in my face was having a bad day, or maybe she got in a fight and she was thinking about something else. I mean, I get it. But, speaking of that, I hate people anyway. And it's just, especially when another guy does it. I'm like 5 feet from the, if you're like a couple feet from the door, that makes sense. I don't want the door to shut right in your face as you're walking through. But, on 10, 15 feet away, 10 or 15 feet away, don't hold the door. God damn. Don't hold the door, freaking pussy. Excuse my language. But, I can pull open a 2-pound door. I don't need your help. And the only reason they're doing it is they're being overly nice. For some reason, they're afraid to get mad if they don't hold the door, so they're scared in a little way, so they hold the door. I don't hold the door. Or you go into a pod with like 4 elevators, and the elevator opens up, and there's somebody that's like 50 feet away, and the person goes in the elevator and holds the button to hold the door. Next, 3 minutes while the person's walking up, there's 3 other elevators. Go use one of the other elevators. Lord. Oh, man. Riding motorcycles kind of like golf, when you get that good turn. It feels good. And you can feel it. I mean, obviously, you make every turn. Making it's one thing. But when you're running the line that you want to be in, the bike's steady, there's no vibration, there's shaking up the path, it feels good. It just means, you did everything right at that second. That left here was not a perfect turn. I was a little under throttle. The bike started to come over a little bit more to the left, so I had to give it a little more throttle and bring it back up. Minuscule, but it's not a perfect turn anymore. The perfect turn is when you go through it, you don't really have to do anything, and you just slide through it. It feels so good. Maybe it's like, when you hit a nail, the hammer, perfectly, with a good swing, it just feels good. Some little mental thing. Hawks Ridge. Ain't no hawk in there. Ain't never been no hawk. Even though like 95% of the people in Georgia are Christian, you're afraid to say holy or something. And to cater to the 1 to 5% groups. If I move to Singapore, if I move to Saudi Arabia, just kind of weird little point of view, but I would imagine most people are Muslim. And you know what? I can live with that. And if they put up any kind of recognitions towards Muhammad and Islam, okay, man, I don't care. I used to have an Islamic friend, and I gave him a Christmas present every year. He wasn't a Christian, and he didn't give me a gift. I didn't expect a gift. But I'm a Christian, so I give people that I'm friends with a gift. It doesn't matter if you're Christian or not. I'll give a gift to a dog. It's fine with me. But, you know, if I move to Saudi Arabia, I get it. That's their culture. I'm not going to try and change their culture for my little ass. You know, when in Rome, do as the Romans. You go to China, and they don't like, you know, you handing out Bibles. Don't fucking hand out Bibles. They don't want to hear it. They don't care about the story. They don't recognize what your beliefs are, which is you need to proselytize to the world. They don't believe that shit. You're irritating the fuck out of them. You're reducing their joy of life. I mean, maybe some people are looking for something, and by all means, if they approach you or give you an indication they're interested, it's your duty to help show them the path. But if they don't buy into that stuff, they don't want to hear it, then don't preach it. I can't stand when some Christian youth goes to a damn drinking area of the city and starts to preach to everybody. It's like, are you even old enough to drink? Have you had any alcohol? Have you ever had any friends that you've hung out with and had a good time? The reason we're all here drinking is not for the alcohol. We're all here for the social aspect. We enjoy being around each other. The alcohol just simply helps us talk. We have better conversations and we talk more. You know, Jesus and those guys drank wine too. It's all about moderation. You know, there's always going to be 5% of the people can't handle the alcohol and end up becoming drunks or whatever. But you know what? If it wasn't alcohol, it'd be something else. They just, you know, that's a problem. Like, some people have that, and I don't know the solution to it. And I don't think you write them off. Just because somebody's got that genetic thing, you don't write them off. But if I don't have that genetic thing, and I'm getting together with other people that don't have that genetic, you know, alcohol issue, and I want to have a good time, then I'm going to have a damn good time. Leave me the hell alone. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't feel guilty about it one bit. Now, here's my opinion on God. I think God, whether you're Islamic or whatever, Christian or whatever, did not put you on this planet to suffer. If God made this planet and made all the bounty that we enjoy, don't you think He wants us to enjoy it? You know, I'm a little overweight, not much. I'm 6'3", 220 pounds. I'd like to be 210. I'm skinny everywhere except a little bit of a belly, and it's not even that big. I don't have any flab anywhere. I'm in relatively good shape. I work out 3 to 5 times a week. I feel good. But here's the thing. I eat whatever the hell I want to eat. I eat sugar. I eat bacon. I eat any damn thing that the Lord puts in front of me. Now, if, you know, it's made in a lab, God didn't make that. I would prefer not to eat that if I don't have to. But, you know, it's like my Islamic friend even said, like, if you're in a situation, I was asking about pork. I said, what if you're about to die and the only food you had was pork? He said, well, in that case, I can eat it because, you know, God doesn't want you to kill yourself. And if you didn't eat that pork, then you would basically be killing yourself. So, okay, I get it, yeah. So I'm not supposed to eat shellfish. But if I'm in a situation where I'm going to die, yeah, I'm going to eat shellfish. Now, I've always liked crab. I got to admit that. I don't like lobster. That lobster to me is a bug. That is a straight up bug. A crab is a bug too, but at least it's like a predator bug. It's a spider bug. Where the lobster, what's the closest resembling bug it comes to? It's not a bee. It's a big ass roach. It's a roach. God have mercy, I don't like those things. Rubbery ass ball meat. It's ass meat. There's 3 kinds of muscle. You got straight muscle, clenching muscle like in your stomach sphincters, and then you got organ muscle like your heart. And that's butt muscle. And it's squeeze muscle. So just all its job is to ball up. That's how it does its strength. And you're going to eat a big old wad of that ball muscle. Boy, people like going right here. I'm going 60. I got somebody right up on my tail. I'll get up on this one. Let's go ride each other's bumpers. One day I've done on the bike, and I do it in my car too. I don't have the mirrors pointed right behind me because I don't me to see somebody fucking on my ass, whether I'm in the car or the bike, because it reduces your driving enjoyment. And because of that, I try not to get up on people in front of me. I'm just not going to. And I've passed 3 different places where the lines are dotted here and somebody can pass us. They don't pass. So if you're not going to pass, then get a reasonable car length behind the other car. Because here's the thing. Newsflash. It does not matter where I am in terms of the car in front of me. I'm not going to get there any faster. I can only go as fast as that car is going. So you getting up on his ass, people think it's going to get them to speed up. It doesn't, man. It has the opposite effect. Most people, I think it's human nature, slow down. Because they get pissed and they're like, you're bullying me and I'm going to lock down on what I'm doing. Fuck you, you know? So I feel like if I get a little bit farther behind them, they'll end up going faster than if I was right up on them. But I put the mirrors out to the side. So, you know, if you're new to bikes or whatever, I don't know, even if you've had them for a while. Here's the reason, is so when I'm turning and changing lanes, I want to see what's next to me. Maybe at my light, 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 5 o'clock, I mean, that's where I want to see people. And all the way up to the side. So if you put your mirrors out a little bit, you should be able to see the entire lane behind you. As soon as the car comes forward and the lane next to you, past the mirror, then you should instantly be able to see it with your eyeball. So either way, you know it's got a car inside. Now, the downside is I don't see right behind me, so you have to get in the habit of every time you stop or hit the brakes, you have to lean your head over about 2 inches and look in that mirror. Now, when I do that, I can see the car right behind me. And once you do it, you know, a few different rides, you don't think anything of it. Yeah, I mean, you'll instantly do it. Oh, my rain pants got a hole in them. How that? Looks like they got cut. I was thinking they got melted, but no, it's a cut. Something rubbed up against them. That sucks. I'll probably due for a new pair anyway. I've had the same riding pants for probably 10 years. They're so old. They're like they've lost their shape, and they're baggy. I wouldn't mind getting something. I don't know, leather's probably too much. I mean, you can't ride those to work. And I'd look foolish on this bike, so I don't think leather's an option. But I'd like to get something that's a little like more form-fitting. You know, I'm tired of the bags. I thought I felt a little chilly on this ride, and that's probably why, because the pants are cut open at the knee. This is Ball Ground, nice little town. Come up here, have lunch. See a lot of motorcycles here. One day at this salon there were 2 girls and horses, and they were just waiting for the traffic to thin up, and then they were gonna go. But it's a cute little town. I like it. Me and my ex-wife came here a couple times. She rode her scooter and I rode my moto. Pretty fun. Her scooter had a little trouble keeping up with the speeds. It's funny. I really always enjoyed being around her, and I thought she did too. But just goes to show, man, you never know what somebody's thinking. You know, you think they're having a good time because you're having a good time. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, my friend. I hate it. But a lot of times we do that because we want to be nice. We don't want to be rude. It's like the guy who's dating a girl he doesn't like. You know, she's hideous looking. You go on the date, and it's like a blind date or something. You meet her, and she's hideous. You're going to just tell her she's hideous and go home? No. You're going to have the date. You know, you're going to have the date, and then she's going to want you to call her to have another date. But that's where you're like, I ain't calling, because if I call, she's going to think, you know, it's going to be serious. So, I'm learning the hard way. Don't do the fake relationship. If you don't like somebody, you get out. ASAP. It's painful to the person who gets their feelings hurt, but at the end, it's a hell of a lot better than spending several years, maybe decades together, and they don't really even like you. So, it's funny, I've got this mouth open that lets air in, and the Schubert helmet has fabric all the way that goes up under my chin. As soon as I close the vent at the mouthpiece, more air comes in the helmet. I don't know what's going on. Some kind of, I guess the vent, it adds air pressure to push it out from the neck, and then when you close it, all of a sudden there's a vacuum under the neck, and it sucks all that air in. I see a lot of BMWs up here for some reason. But, yeah, you think you're, in a great place, and it's just a terrible relationship, and you're over there basically doing a white lie thing where you act like everything's good. It's just terrible. But, I don't know, but I'm rambling, but, it was nice going up there. Her scooter would, it'd do about 60. It was topping out about 60, so there were some of these, like, where the speed limit was 55, and somebody would get behind us, I'd just pull over, and we'd let them go by. No sense in having somebody on our tail. I think bicycles should do the same thing. I get it, it's hard, because you lost your momentum, and now you got to start all over again, but aren't you doing the bicycle for exercise anyway? It's just a little exercise. It's just a little more exercise. If you're going to get on the main road, you need to respect other people's desire to be happy, and them going 30 miles an hour on a 55, and then having to worry about going around you while oncoming traffic's coming the other way, and they don't want to get hit. They definitely don't want to hit you. Not very happy. Not very nice. So you're not being very nice when you go and block a road like that. I mean, what in the Jesus? I should have stopped. Shit, man, I thought they were going to turn. So I saw my escape route. So I kept going my speed. But I'm kind of like, will you make a turn? Do you have a lane taker? I shouldn't have gotten that close. Well, that's what I do for the time. I live my life the way I want to live it. But here's the thing, random, but you try to live your life the way somebody else wants you to. You try to do what they're always telling you to do. You're going to be fucking miserable. Fucking miserable. I don't need a manager in my fucking life. I don't need somebody telling me what to do, when to do it, what to think, how to say, how to act. That means you think you're perfect. You're telling me all this shit because you think you're perfect. Well, I got news for you, asshole. You're not. You're not perfect. There's a lot of shit you say to me that I think is completely fucking stupid. And there's a lot of shit you do that I think is completely fucking weak. But, I don't say anything about it. But y'all gonna tell me, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I don't want to be like people. Maybe I don't want to live your life. I want to live my life. And if that means I sit on the damn couch all damn day and eat donuts, then goddamn it, that's what I'll do. Now, I don't agree with doing that, but if that's what you want to do, I'm not gonna come preach to you, come in your house and tell you what you need to be doing. Come on, man. If it's your son, yeah, or your daughter, yeah, that's your job as a parent. That's the only one I take orders from. And my parents are both dead, so I don't take orders from anybody anymore. Tired of that shit. Just fucking know-it-alls. Then half the time people that act like they know everything, that's shit. Fucking stupid. And then you catch yourself. That's another thing too. Here's the fake relationship, but not a sexual relationship, where you're hanging out with a group of friends and you all think they're fucking idiots and stupid, and they irritate you. They're not really your friends. And I've been in that situation. I spent about 10 years with a group of friends. It's just like, how stupid can you be? I mean, maybe smart, like, be able to survive. I don't know. not real bad, but it's like no history, no knowledge of history, no knowledge of any sort of algebra, no knowledge of the English language, never read a book in their life, don't like politics, don't like the news, don't like anything that makes them think at all, which of course the news doesn't anymore, but it used to. Just moronic. And so you're sitting around all the time quiet because you're like, I can't even converse at this level. And they pick up on it and they think you're an asshole. And eventually you all stop hanging out together. But you're staying with them because, I don't know, I guess out of respect for knowing each other for a long time. I don't really know. But it's not healthy. And I sure as hell don't want to be around anybody who puts me down every chance they get. Hey, I got more right. It's not a big deal. Everybody gets that one. Hey, I did this. What are you, crazy? They want to do gaslight right there too. Hey, I got this new thing. Well, why did you get that? Why didn't you go to Amazon? Why didn't you buy it here? Why didn't you buy it there? Hey, why didn't you look for coupons? I'm not going to spend the next 2 goddamn hours arguing with you over a fucking $20 thing I bought. Shut the fuck up and mind your fucking business. If I want to eat at McDonald's or I want to fucking do something like that, mind your own fucking business. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking used to listening to this shit and I'm just tired of it. I'm not spending the rest of my life dealing with that shit. Sent some picture yesterday morning, something I liked, and I get this response that basically looks trashy, and then I make a little joke about myself, and then I get the answer, yeah, something to be proud of. Like, really? I'm fucking making a little joke of myself just to make a little humor that, yeah, I like trashy things sometimes. But you're up there angry, and you're going to make me feel shitty. You're going to make me feel little by saying that, that's something to be proud of, you old trash, you fucking trash, something to be proud of. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck that shit. I know a lot of trashy shit about you too. And I tell you what, liking something that's maybe a little ghetto, maybe it ain't something to be proud of, it's not anything to be ashamed of either. If you like that shit, then buy it. If you like cowboy boots and you like going to the range and you like roping cows, riding steer, or whatever else, then good, man. Good for you. I'm glad you're living a poet's life. There'll be a poem about you. There's never going to be a poem about some asshole that worked their life away in an office, shifting data around. I'm sorry. Listen to songs and poems. What are they about? They're about cowboys and gunfighters and, heroes and wars and culture. I mean, there are things like that. Those are the things that people want to remember. So, the reason that they're in poems is not because the poets decided it's worth talking about or the songwriter decided that. It's because that's what people enjoy hearing about. Who's going to watch a movie about a guy wasting their life away in an office? I mean, people like the movie Office Space, but they like it because the guy eventually gets the hell out of it. And he talks about how he hates it. And he rebels against it. That's the only reason that one, but he's a hero. That's where he's like an anti-hero. That's why people like that movie. Nobody likes the straight-laced fucking douchebag that does everything by the book. Everybody hates you, man. You're boring. Boring. Do something. Do something cool. And then these people, they go and they do shit, and it's like, you're still fucking boring. God damn, you've made this event boring. What should be fun, you've made it boring because you're so stiff. Jesus Christ. There's no medal at the end of this thing. There's no reward before you die. The only reward in life is having friends and good food and sunlight. Look at it. See what I was talking about? Yeah, this is Georgia. So it was just an hour ago, dark, cloud, shitty looking, and now here's the sun. It's so bright and clear and beautiful. I love this state. I like Florida too. This is a little too hot in the summer, but if I had my choice, if I had to move from here, I'd probably go there. It's the closest to home. I like the Carolinas too, but it can get a little cold up there. South Carolina's alright, I think. Yeah, South Carolina's probably very similar to Atlanta. North Carolina's beautiful, but just, I don't know if I like that cold. And I don't like all the mountains. They're fun to go through, but I wouldn't want to be in them all the time. Riding is fun, but walking, I don't know. So, I don't mean to rip on people. It's, I enjoy it. It's just shit I gotta vent. It's my personal diary, really. Venting and yelling about it makes me feel better. I just wish, it's like the people that do that stuff and talk down to you, they're people that are your friends. They want to be your friends. They care about you. And you care about them, and you want to be friends with them. And that's why it's so frustrating when they do stuff like that, because it's like, I can't just relax around you. And now I got to stop talking to you. It's like we don't talk now for a week or two, because it's just, I can't, even if it doesn't bother me that much, I'm not a schmuck, okay? I'm not a little pushover where you can talk to. I have a little bit of a code of honor to me, and it's, probably because I'm from the South, but if you insult me, I can't let that go. I can't. I'm not saying that, anything extreme, but, I'm going to make you recognize that was an error. But it's just frustrating. It's like, just, I know you're trying to help, but just stop. I don't need it. I'm almost 50 years old. I don't need anybody's help. If I ask you, that's different. If I ask you for help, that's different. By all means. But if I don't ask you, I don't need you to tell me. Now, one thing, and a lot of people don't mean to do this, if they're knowledgeable in the subject, anytime that subject comes up, they start talking about it, and the people around them can kind of think, hey, you know-it-all, I don't like you. Well, it's not that. They're just excited about that subject, and they can't help it. Somebody that does a lot of travel and plays golf a lot of different places, they get excited about these different places. They're not telling you they went to France and Ireland to brag. They're telling you because it made them feel good, it's fun, and they want to share their joy with you. But, the thing is, they didn't go. The person that's telling you, the person that's listening to it didn't go, so it's just going to make them jealous. People that work out too much, they end up getting really big, and at first it's, I want to get healthy. Then it's, I like women, I like the attraction I get from women, or, too fast, there's gravel on the ground. And then you're able to defend yourself. You get more confidence because you don't have to worry about anybody punching you in the face. But you take it too far, and what you end up doing is you end up losing all your friends, because now you're intimidating. Who wants to hang around somebody that's intimidating? You want to play cards with the grizzly bear? No. Even if the grizzly bear is trained and man, what a sweet bear, you don't want to sit with that bear for too long by yourself. Because you're like, this bear's going to eat me. And you get around a big guy, it's like all swole up. It's like, I'm not going to talk and joke around and maybe give you some shit here and there to be funny. Because now you're intimidating everybody, and you're making everybody feel like shit about their body. You don't mean to. It's just you just trying to be happy, and I get that, but that's the offshoot. And I would still, if I could, I would still lift weights and get big. And at my age, where I really can only just maintain. I have gotten big a few times in the last year. It felt good, but that's the trade-off. You have to accept that. Anyway. I hope this mic works better this time. I put these two foam buffets on the top of it from another mic system. I tried the other mic to pick up, and it if I need to tie something down with some wire. That's about the only purpose they have. It sucks the company I bought this lav mic from doesn't have accessories. I accidentally broke the wire mic that came with it, the pickup, and tried to get another one, and the closest I could find was just like, what do you call it, that flexible metal tube, back nine, which is fine, but it's got like a real solid, hard plastic mouthpiece or pickup piece, and I know it's picking up. It's going to pick up way more static. I guess maybe it's good for standing still. But who's ever standing still exactly with no wind blowing and nothing else? I mean, that's kind of a lot more rare than sideways. So I think you need to put the foam or something on these. That was kind of funny too. So this lav mic came with one of those like feather balls that goes on top of the mic. Well, one of the little plastic pieces broke that clips it to the thing, and I really liked it. But can't use it now, and so I thought, well, you know what, I'll take that and I'll put it on my this plastic head pickup and see if it dampens the air. And the person I told this to gets this crazy face. Dude, it's fucking pretty elementary here. The only reason it's blowing your mind is because in your mind you've got this picture of this big fucking feather ball the size of a goddamn football, and I'm gonna stick it on the end of the thing. Are you fucking stupid? Give me a little bit of fucking credit. The thing is like an inch square at best. God damn. Okay, you gotta explain that. You gotta explain that to them. They're looking at you. Now they're gonna up and down. That's what it's got. Now I don't care what you say. I don't care if you tell me that goddamn NASA made it exactly for this fucking thing. I don't like it. I decided I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna try to make you feel a little small about make myself feel good. Okay, ass. Look at this guy in front of me. I mean, he's probably like, what, 4 fucking inches from that car? Is there a fucking reason for that? Maybe the car in front of you is fucking lost. Did you ever think of that? Jesus Christ. Just fucking chill. Oh, man. Let's get that back. Kind of late. I have no idea what the hell I'm at. I've probably been up this road 100 times. All looks familiar, but I never know why. This bike does not like the twisties. It's not super bad, but it ain't good either. Just keep it in the lower gear. Ride out that wide turn and shotgun it in. Slingshot, I mean. Best thing doing a turn is look at the end of the turn, not the road right in front of you. When you look at the road right in front of you, you start wobbling. You start doing micro adjustments that you don't need to do. If you just keep your eye on the edge, the end of the turn, you'll innately go right to that spot. It's just something that your brain does. It's connected to everything. The human brain is amazing if you just fucking listen to it. It's like sometimes, oh, that's so fast, I didn't even see it. But if you think about it, you probably did see it. You saw that quick little clip, but you didn't look at it, you didn't get to see it long enough to verify it. Yes, that's what I saw. But if you thought you saw a little bit as that thing went by, baseball or whatever, you saw it. That was it. There's no confirmation. You don't get, there's no instant replay to confirm it. So you got to trust your instinct that that's what you saw. You can smell, like right before it's about to rain, you can smell food. You can smell all these things. People thought the dog's sense of smell is so good. Well, I'm not saying ours is as good, but it's pretty good. But the problem is we don't listen to it. We want to be overwhelmed with the odor before we recognize it. We want it to be so strong that there's no getting around it, then we recognize it. But if you're super hungry and you're 100 feet away or something from something to eat, especially if it's hot, you'll smell it. You'll smell that little bit of food and you're like, something, you know. And maybe you don't even like register an odor, but you have this feeling like where your mouth starts getting a little watery. You feel a little blood rush to your head, your nose starts to get like open up. That's it. You smell the food. You just got to read the signs, listen to it. I got to find a place to pull off so I can route my phone back home. Then I hit these twisty roads and was kind of enjoying it. But now see here, it's about 70 degrees here in this little spot. The thing about Georgia is there is traffic everywhere all the time. All the time. I get it, it's a lot of people. When I graduated high school, there were 2 million people in Atlanta. When my mom graduated high school, there were 1 million people. And about 10 years later, there's 5 million people. And now I think at the last count, it might be somewhere around 11 million, Metro Atlanta. Some good shit to wipe your ass out right here. Go a little fast and leaf man on the corner, blowing shit in the street. Eat your ass up here, boy. Eat your ass up. That's a good spot, Zindy. This road probably goes on forever. God damn. I bet he thinks that sounds good. Alright. Everywhere he goes, he's got to hear that shit. Hey, going to church. Going to McDonald's. Going to pick up my kid from school. Alright, phone, you some bitch. What you done to me? Oh, she gone. Has she gone? Is that... Yeah, didn't plug that in, so fucking GoPro's dead, I'm sure. I can't fucking win. I can't win. Everything's a struggle. This little piece is a struggle. The glove is a struggle. Everything's a struggle. That's why people just give up, man. They just stay at home. So, let me see. Yeah, shit, still going. I'm surprised. Got lucky. Got lucky, sucky. Got lucky. Yeah, I go to the BMW dealer and other motorcycle shops, and they have these phone holders that are like, yeah, $100. All these just crazy prices. Phone's dead, so battery must have been low. But they suck. The phone holders. I go to Walmart. This is $11. And it's the best one I've ever had. I bought a motorcycle shop, dropped my phone off on the highway. Brand new Galaxy foldable phone. Just smashed it to pieces, and I pulled over, and luckily I was able to find the phone and able to get the SD card out of it. But you know, looking terrible. Some trout fishing. That looks fun. Good place to do it. But, yeah, so $11 at Walmart, that works better than any of the motorcycle things. The one I had, it was like all metal, mob gear is what what it was called, you know, lifetime warranty, for the thing, not for your phone. And you better hope you have registered and kept all your receipts and everything else. They're going to look for any reason they can to not pay for your lost phone. And the metal flap on it just bent. As soon as it bent from vibration, your phone would slide out from under it. And then my son, I gave it to him. I didn't know that's what happened to mine. I thought I must not have bolted it down hard enough. So I give him the thing. We're up in Helen and just doing a little Helen, Georgia. And it's like maybe 2 miles down to the town, and his phone fell out. And we're freaking out and spent like an hour looking for it. And luckily he found it in the parking lot. I was going up and down the street looking for it. And threw that damn thing away, man. Phone holder, just one piece of shit. And it was like $60. It's garbage. A lot of these companies, they sell this shit and they want to, they put a motorcycle on it and you think, oh, hey, they must know what they're doing. No, they don't. No, they don't. And it's just a product, man. They got thousands of products. They sell all sorts of products. They sell baby diapers and, glass cleaners and screwdrivers and motorcycle accessories. They're not good at it. And then they don't even make the accessory. They farm that out to somebody else who actually manufactures it, and then they just sell it to them, and they put it on their brand. Everybody's like a big convenience store. So, I'm not saying everything's garbage, but you can't just trust something because it's got a bike on it. Or sold at the motorcycle shop. Probably, earlier I was talking about the battery charger. Maybe that's the same. It's just a charger, but they add $20 to it because you're at the motorcycle shop. There's birds up here. It's probably my age. They sneak up on me. I don't recognize the angle sometimes right away. I guess it's normal, but you've been riding a long time. You're very critical of yourself. Any little it's like a mistake. You don't feel good about it. I had a friend of mine back when I was a teenager. He liked engines and cars and vehicles. So anytime there was an opportunity to drive something, he'd jump his selfish ass in there. Just like it was just known Chris was going to do it. Chris was going to drive the car. Chris was going to drive the boat. And then I never got a fucking chance. And I think to myself, I've actually owned a couple of motorcycles, Chris, you fucker. What do you know? A boat? It's not hard to drive a boat. Load a boat. I mean, within reason. Not cresting waves on a little fucking pontoon boat. I think I can handle going straight 5-10 feet, but get his selfish ass in there. That's what it started. You're surrounded by those types of people. Self-centered people. This bike, you kind of have to put your knee out and turn a little bit to be able to handle the curve with any speed. The problem with that is, if it sneaks up on you, you don't quite have time to do it, so you gotta trust the downshift. I kind of miss having a sport bike. Beat this shit up and nothing. We're hitting that at 70 miles an hour on that bike. This bike's like a battleship. I like it though. I mean, for what it is, it's the right bike for me because, I'm going to take trips on it, go long distance. I want to have something substantial. I don't want to feel every little bump in the road. I want to feel like I'm on something with a little weight. If I hit some water, it's not going to pick up on the water. My sport bike weighed 420 pounds. I think 40, something with gas, tank gas, something like that. Pretty damn light. I think this bike's 600 or 700 pounds. Almost double. Bigger tires. So you get a softer ride. I hope I can figure out how to get home. I may have to just cut the GoPro and put my charging cable to my phone instead. I think this is a Cherry Hill area. A lot of people talk about it being nice. on that spot where you can't. There's no coming back. Sometimes, you know, you're committed into a turn and you're like, bad angle, whatever. It can get ugly. So push yourself, but you gotta still keep it in reason. You don't want to get to your 100% level unless you're on the track and you got the right gear on. Get on these little roads like this, you know, maybe you can go up to your like 75% ability. Keep it toned down after that. But it's not just, you know, you getting hurt, it's a fucking hassle. Then you gotta get the bike towed, you got these damn scabs and burns all over your body that hurt like hell. And at the same time you're dealing with police and police report. It's just a hassle. Where's your bike gonna go? When are you gonna get it? Is it total? Get up on his ass in your white car. That'll get him to go faster. Then you're gonna hit your brakes all the time because you're tailgating. You are the problem, lady, not the guy in the black truck. Well, he's too slow. Well, you could have passed him, but you didn't. It's too late now. Too late now. Instead of running somebody's ass, maybe just go around him. Maybe he's, you know, doesn't feel like going fast today. There's a chance there, go. Can't do it there either, can you? See, he's just doing his ass. Probably won't. They don't have the spatial recognition like a lot of people, and they get right up on people and don't think they're doing it. They don't realize. I mean, that's better. A minute ago, that car was inches from me. So when the truck stops to make a, you know, abrupt right-hand turn when he finally sees the streets looking for it, what's going to happen? You'll slam your brakes, and if you're lucky, you just rear in the guy and that's the end of it. But, you know, if you swerve out to avoid it, then you hit somebody head on, now you got to freak out. Fucker. Because you thought that helped somehow, because you're letting your little animal instincts take over a little bit. I want to go there, so I'm just going to press up on it as hard as I can instead of recognizing the fact no matter how close or far you are from them, you're going the same speed. It's almost embarrassing myself in these turns, how like, just challenging it is on this bike. Compared to my old one, it's just, can't even, God almighty, that's a twisty one. Long little boy. I'd like to go on the outside of the lane on those right-hand turns and the other oncoming traffic. Oh, God damn, my tire slipped a little bit. The oncoming traffic always, good chance of them oversteering, and you got somebody that's slightly coming into your lane and you're in that outer part, you're going to end up hitting them. It's going to catch your eye, and as soon as you look at it, you're going to mysteriously get pulled towards it. Yeah, this is by no means a sport bike. This is a cruising around bike. Maybe an old dirt road, you know, you can rough it a little bit with it. Go through some mud, but some brush. But for the most part, nice, straight, easy turns, comfortable, smooth. Just not a sport bike. I always kind of like standard bikes more, in between cruiser and sport. You know, not great at anything, but pretty good where you need it, you know. I can get into the twisties. I can't go as fast as a hardcore street bike, but I can go a hell of a lot faster than the cruisers. And then it's still somewhat comfortable where I can do a long trip on it. You know, I'm not going to go to South Dakota Well, I guess you could, but I mean, it'd be a little tough on the standard bike. But down to Florida, South Carolina, yeah, sure. Got the seat cushion on it though too, and that I didn't really think about it when I got it. I guess I didn't know. I guess I didn't know it. It makes shifting around in your seat to change your body weight in the turn and so forth. Makes it a lot harder because now you got this thing like stuck to your ass shifting around. Where if you were, I don't know what I did here. I keep going straight. Yeah. If it was just a leather seat, I think I could shift around faster. That's probably why BMW seats are a little harder so that you can do that. So I have to get this flap off. It's that aerogel thing. Yeah, just go run through it. We don't stop here in Georgia. We just run through it, Alabama. Fucking asshole. Like you're on some fucking dirt road. No, you fucking stop. And you stop behind the white line. Go out in the middle of the damn street, you just roll and stops. Nobody knows what the hell you're doing. I don't know if you're going to stop or not. So they hesitate, and you take that hesitation. I mean, I can go now. No. You just fucking, you never stop. You never stop. So you fuck the whole dynamic up. Do that shit. Another thing, stop signs are not there to keep you from this part of it than other cars. They're also, one of their big things is to keep you, get the speed down. Because when you have to, as you start to slow down, and then as you speed up after the stop, that's, probably like 600 feet where you're going slower. You're not going to maximum speed. So they put these stop signs one after another in these like neighborhoods for that reason, is to keep you at a lower speed than the maximum. I don't want the maximum. And in my mind, that's 10 miles an hour over. Well, okay, you're going through a little neighborhood with kids all around, and the speed limit's 25, and you're going 35, and after a while, you get comfortable. Next thing you know, you're going 40. Some kid parks out in front of you, you're not going to stop, you're going to kill him. And then you're going to drive off and act like nothing happened. Or you're going to do the gaslight shit and act like the kid did something crazy and blah, blah. It's fucking, you did it. But I mean, I know you didn't want to. I know you didn't mean to. That's why you got to do those slow signs. And maybe I'm getting older and I'm becoming the road asshole like old people tend to be. But I stop, man. I do a complete stop. I guess I picked it up from the bike because you have to really follow all the rules of the road on the bike. Use your blinker. Don't tailgate. I mean, if you want to ride for a long time and not have an accident, that's what you got to do. I mean, you can be aggressive. You can zip through. I passed that one car I probably shouldn't have. But every so often, sure. But if you ride like that all the time, it's just a matter of time, man. Just a matter of time. Canton's left. I have no fucking clue where I am. Car was not a lady, it was a guy. So I apologize for generalizing. Yeah, I think I just lifted the pad uphill. I think it's a lot more comfortable. I'm just going to take the highway and get home. Yeah, that's Roswell Road. I'm not in the mood for any more 2-lane road riding. So just get home. There's that big ass farm acreage of clouds. Huge span of just gray. But it's so beautiful above it. Wish I'd get my pilot's license and go there and fly, but I have the money for a plane and all that. Too old. I should have started on a lot earlier. I always feel bad for women on the back of a motorcycle. It's just like, God, it just looks boring. And then
That dipshit husband was just trying to do something fun. I shouldn't call him a dipshit, but anyway, he's trying to do something fun. Gets a bike, and then he wants to share his joy with you, so you start riding with him, and you got to get all the gear too. That's part of the process. But at the end of the day, you're just sitting on this seat, just sitting there. If you're out in Idaho or something, no traffic, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But out in this shit, just stop and go, stop and go. I mean, I'm up in the mountains and I'm doing stop and go up here. And you're just sitting back there. I would, my wife or girlfriend, whatever, she was into bikes. I couldn't help myself. I would get them one. Just so that they had something that they could ride and then really share the joy with me. Not just be
stuck on the back seat, because it's a hell of a lot different when your hands are on the handlebars and you're steering this horse. Yeah, without that seat pad, it's a lot better. I feel more nimble already. It sounds crazy, but it's the seat position is so much better. That pad's just starting to shift around. It's just got to go. I've had the bike long enough to the leather's broken in on the seat. It's not that bad. When I first bought it, it was like sitting on the polished granite. BMW likes a very hard seat for some reason. I guess they make it with real leather for one, and they make it tight because the leather's going to stretch over time. Well, I mean, they make it thick. The leather's going to stretch, and it's going to get weathered. And it's going to soften up, so I think they make it tight on the front end. I don't know, but I know they also like hard suspension, so it's all about performance. But I think it's broken in pretty good now, pretty well. Looks like there might have been a little rain up this way. Tad bit of rain. Jimmy I'm in the triangle of death right here. Not really. I need to be up a little bit farther, but I have a little blind spot in the corner of a car. The driver's, I guess, 4 or 5 o'clock. Don't ride in that area. It doesn't really matter. I'm getting that fast lane. I can pour the speed on it. Get to the place about the same damn time. I didn't look how much I spent for gas, but I got a feeling it was pricey. It was $16 a gallon for that 100 octane. Real deal. Not non-ethanol 100 octane. I love it. I mean, I'm just glad they have the option. I don't get it often, but I have it a few times. It's more for the sport bike. I noticed it was a little harder to start using that. I think it's because it's resistant to pre-detonation. Would give you the knocks. But maybe at a start, I don't know. You'd think it'd be more flammable. I know when they refine gas, it's the highest up the refinery tube. With the highest being the high octane all the way down to Vaseline jelly at the bottom. This is the road I lost the whole phone on. That stupid phone holder I bought for $70 or whatever. I'm gonna price it at no more than $12 at Walmart, $11. Made a law up here. I made a law for the highways in Georgia a couple years ago to make it legally you're supposed to move over to the right lane to let people over. It's like it's always been there. The signs have been up next to the road forever. Slower traffic, right. People think that means, oh, I'm going way slow, I stay over there. No, it means go over there.
and then let the people don't want to pass by, let them go by. You should have been doing that the whole time. Maybe it wasn't a law, but it's a cultural suggestion. I can go in the convenience store wearing nothing but underwear and flip-flops. There's nothing, no law against that. Like, hey, and so, think about shit. Because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay. And think about your culture and where you live, what's acceptable, You grew up in some Amish neighborhood, hey, you can't do things up there. Some things, they don't like it. It's not against law. You're not going to do it if you want to fit in. But I found that, if you get over here, you pass, and you get back over, it's actually a much more relaxing drive. It's not so stressful. I get tired of just sitting in that damn passing lane. They just sit. I mean, look at this white up here. Just sitting, taking them like 3 fucking hours to get past the car in front of them. And in their mind, well, I want to be in that lane because I don't get as many, having to hit the brakes as much. Yeah, but you're slowing the entire fucking highway down. You're slowing everybody down. And when you do that, that's when you start getting aggressive drivers. Choppy wind. I got buffeted it all over the place. Demo the little chores. There's the rest of the day. Talking to the birds. The birds. There's no point in tailgating anybody up here, get them to get over here because on the passing lane because nobody goes anywhere. And there's so many of them. It's a disease on the road. But you gotta just calm down and drive a little slower. Sucks though, scenery wise, I don't really want to look at the back of this damn Tacoma truck. I'll probably cut the highway out of my video. Just keep it to the little trainers. It's boring shit. But the third out here is off the highway. I can see like right next to me. I know I can get over without having to turn my head. I can keep my head straight. And be able to lane change without taking my eyes off the front of me for a minute there. That's when you get the rear end. I mean, I do have to move my eyeballs. I can move my eyeballs a lot faster than I can turn my whole head. See this brake checking shit? Somebody's trying to cut in and out. They're trying to desperately get around this older truck up here, I guess. I got this SUV over here on my right. He just can't wait to get back over and try it again. The only guy up is I got up his tail. Now he's regretting it. So what? Because he's going as fast as I am. Yeah, that's right. But as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to get over and get the hell out of your way. Close to this car, that's what happens when you're trying to get on by. But shit, man, it's like never ends. It's like one after another. You almost end up stuck over here. But it's like a handful of drivers who get over that are obviously going slow and are not passing the guys on the right. This shit wouldn't be in place. It wouldn't be backed up. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we'd all get places faster. If people would do that, oblige, and just get over, it doesn't mean you're less of a person because you've made a good decision to get over. This guy wants to go faster than I do. That's fine. I don't always want to go top speed. If you always want to go top speed, you might need to cut down on your coffee a little bit. There's nothing wrong with going right at the speed limit sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. I get that way. I'm going to take my speed down. I don't need to be going to 80, 85. He's not getting over for shit. He's just gonna ride it all the way down, and they're like barely passing anybody. You should get the person that's going past, then get over and pass. But you don't just sit over there the whole time. But these people are stupid, and you can't talk to them. And if you say anything to them, they just start yelling at you. So what's the point? They're just retarded. There's nothing you can do for it. The lobotomy, put them in a fucking mental home. That's all you could do. But you're not going to make them smarter. You're not going to make them more careful about people around them. Oh man, I'm hungry too. I need some lunch. Went to Wendy's yesterday night. No, Friday night. Yeah, it was good. There's all these white guys in there working. Shit, nice as hell. Friendly. And at that same Wendy's, I've been there before, and I was like, I hate this place. Everybody's so rude, and the order was always messed up, just nasty people. They didn't say thank you or anything. Well, what do you want? Yeah, what do you want? Up the top, you pull up, and they just hand you the back, say anything. Credit card, same thing. I think if you're lucky, they tell you how much it is. Then they just, that's it. You just shouldn't go. And I a couple times I had to honk on my head, that's it. And the lady looks at you like you're an asshole. Like, how dare you talk to me and ask me a question, white guy? You nasty white guy. I can't help that I'm a white man, okay? I didn't, God didn't let me choose to be what I wanted to be. I'm not a stand-up. Don't get me wrong. I'm proud of being white, or what I'm not proud of. I'm happy white. I don't know. I don't hate it. But I can't help it. I didn't fucking it. So get off my fucking ass and quit your hate shit. You won't get to choose what they are genetically. You just materialize. You know any damn thing about people materialized you. You had no judgment on it. But yeah, man, these guys are all nice and friendly and shit. I was shocked. Talked to me a little bit about my bird. I had my bird with me in the car. And, it's nice. But that's how fast it used to be, and that's how it got popular, and then it just got shitty. And they start hiring these people, just fucking assholes. They don't say anything to you, like I said before. And they look at you with disdain the entire time. Why am I going here? Why am I subjecting myself to this? I'll go get better quality somewhere for roughly the same price and not have to deal with this rude shit. And, and then they get fired. This place closes down, and now they don't have jobs. But they go to the state, get unemployment, get paid just as much as they were getting paid when they were working. Run that out for a couple of years, get another job somewhere else, work for maybe a year, get fired from that for whatever reason, then you're back on unemployment for another 2 years. It's a joke. It's a joke. Our whole system, it's beyond getting angry about it. It's just a joke. It's reality. It's not changing. This is what it is. And it's too fucked up now to fix anymore. And some of it's the politicians, but a lot of it is us people. Just in general, our culture has gotten fucking shit. Just shit. Self-centered, nasty fucking people. These people that park in handicapped spots that aren't handicapped, I don't give a fuck where you got that little blue placard from. You're not handicapped. I don't give a fuck. You're fat. You're overweight. Lazy. That's not a fucking handicap. Aren't you? And it's like no shame to it. None. And I know the mafia up in New York, they were proud of getting these fucking placards so you can park in the handicapped spots all over the place, Good for you guys. We would never do that shit. A Southerner would never do that shit. I kind of know where I'm at. I have to go by this damn town center mall, I think it is. But I get it up in New York a little bit more because, parking and cars are a problem. It's people are desperate, little dog-eat-dog up there. And, they park their car and it might stay there for a month while they walk around to most of their things are walking distance. But down here, there's no excuse for that shit. There's plenty of real estate. It's not bumper to bumper everywhere. You can never have a problem parking. It's literally, another 10 feet you have to walk. You're at a Walmart, you're gonna park in the handicap spot, and then proceed to walk into the Walmart and walk, hundreds of feet around that big ass store. Does 5-10 feet more for a normal parking space really that big a deal? It's gross. It's just gross. When I see somebody that has one of those, it's dingy and nasty and gross. No self-esteem. But that's just one of the many symptoms. I shouldn't say self-esteem, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it's just one of the many symptoms of our culture. The gimme culture. And I don't like pain and discomfort whatsoever, so I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do anything. Oh, good for you. I don't have to work. Ha ha ha. That's bored as fuck. You sit at home all day, bored as fuck, nothing to do, watching movies and games and shit. Maybe you do a little yard work or you got some little hobby, but you're bored. You're not around anybody. It's a sad life, man. Work doesn't have to be terrible. You can go to work as long as you don't take it too seriously and just do your job and take a minute here and there, laugh, or play on your fucking cell phone, It doesn't have to be some hardcore 1980s office environment or whatever where, the employees are just there to work, nothing else, every minute counted. It doesn't have to be that way. Don't do it. Enjoy your job. And in the end, you're out, you're exposed to people, you're living life. If you're just at home, not working, not doing anything, shit, what are you doing? What's the point? What's the point? So you can stuff food down your fucking face? Eat shit, go to bed? That's your contribution to the world? Why were you born? Why were you put here? What's your purpose? I mean, even a grandmother who's retired and not working, her purpose is mentoring the grandkids and being nice and showing them love. She has a purpose. But if you're, 35 years old and you don't work, you got some bullshit disability you've made up and the Social Security office didn't bother verifying, and you're going to sit at home all day and just get paid doing nothing, you're a fucking vegetable. A bad vegetable. You're like the fucking weird mushroom that grows on the bottom of trees and kills them. Or up under your sink or some shit like that. That's what you are, like a fungus. Just a nasty fucking fungus. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't think you're permanently that way if you're one of these people. I mean, you can change. I'm just saying, just think about it. You don't want to be a mushroom. You don't want to be that kind of person. Change. Are you really disabled? Or are you just afraid to work? Are you afraid it's going to be a little uncomfortable? It's not. I mean, yeah. Look, I look forward to the weekends. I do. But I don't know that I want to sit at home all day, all the time either. I want to meet people, be around people, I want to have phone conversations and go to lunch and get pissed off and get happy and all the things that humans are supposed to do. Just sit, fucking, these people want to, they want to do these like, I'm going to read poems online or crystal therapy and all this shit. I don't know. I guess that's work. I guess. I don't know. But they're like isolated in their bedroom or office, whatever they have at home, and just stuck to the computer all the time. Not really getting around people either. Work can be difficult if you like start thinking of it in the wrong sense. Like I think if you think of the job, nothing but the job, and then your life doing the job, yeah, it's a little terrible, but just look at it day at a time. Day at a time. And then if you get backed up in work, just do what you can do, and you still got to take breaks, and you still got to have a good time, you still got to take a little lunch, and reward yourself when you have a big job.
Yeah, you got something done? Hey, I'm going to treat myself to lunch, and if I get back 30 minutes late, well, fuck it. So be it. You going to hire somebody else? That's the other thing, too. People are always afraid of getting fired at jobs. You know how hard it is to find somebody? So if you get somebody, and they show up almost every day, and they do what they're supposed to do, I'm going to keep them 100 times over rather than take the gamble of trying to hire somebody again and go through that whole process. Next thing you know, it's like, you get these people, they probably sound so normal, and then they come in, they're freaking crazy, and they don't get along with the other employees, and it just makes the whole office toxic. And now it's like hard to get rid of them. So yeah, if you're like a decent employee, just, you don't have to be a rock star, decent employee, they're not going to fire you unless the job just absolutely goes away. But most employers are going to want to keep you. And most employers, like, media tends to make them out as evil, blah, blah. I'm not saying there haven't been, but a lot of them, I think it's human nature. You want to see people excel, to grow, to get better, to have more responsibility, to get promoted. And if you take a guy in and he's a clerk, basic, whatever basic entry-level job, and you're the owner of the business, and you work with him, and eventually he gets a little promotion, and then maybe another promotion down the road. Next thing you know, he's like an executive. You as the owner, you're proud of that. You feel prouder than the guy that got the promotions because you're the one that gave them that promotion. So I think human nature is to do that. I think we can't help. We've got that parent vibe in us, and we can't turn it off. It's hard to. So we want to help guide, especially younger people. We want to see them get promoted. We want to see the next generation that's going to replace us. The other thing too, if you look at it in a technical sense, the higher somebody gets up, the more responsibilities they have. That's the less you have to do as the manager or the owner. That's less work on your plate. So that's a good thing. I don't think if you're a young guy, I'm always like, got a job, try not to sweat it and be worried about getting fired or anything like that. It's easy to say it, it's hard to do it sometimes, but if you look at the big picture, it's a whole lot better going to work and doing things like that than it is sitting at home. I've never seen anybody who just sat at home on disability that ever seemed very happy. They all seem really kind of sad, nasty. All have like a greasy film on them. I guess because they don't shower anymore. Hey, well, I'm not going to shower. I just get up, watch TV. I'll start showering every other day. I don't need to shower. I need to wash my hair. The media says I'm beautiful. I just need to accept myself as I am. I'll be old nasty pig. And I'm beautiful. Oh, well, I wish I was perfect. Not bullshit. I get tired of hearing more bullshit sometimes. Oh man, I'm hungry. We need something to eat, but I know Sam's going to want to go on a ride with me, so I'm going to wait to eat till I get back. That little bird loves me so much, it's crazy. I had her, she's in the cage in my bedroom. I got 2 cages, and so she's in the one in the bedroom, and I put her in there and cover her in the blanket, and I hear her rustling, and she pops out. Wee wee! She wanted to come sit with me while I was watching YouTube laying in the bed. It was real sweet, and I got her. She sat with me and just watched the shows with me. She's just so sweet. Never had an animal like where I feel like the animal loves me. I mean, I've had tons of dogs, and I shouldn't say that. I know a few of the dogs really did love me, but like one that I really thought loved me went with my ex-wife. And when my son brought her over a few times, it's like, she's happy to see me, don't get me wrong, but she's ready to get her ass home. She's like, don't you leave me here, don't you leave me here with him. He's been excommunicated. I don't want to get deported with him too. So it's a little sad because I always thought we were really close, and you just kind of realize with dogs, they tend to be happiest with whoever's feeding them. But Sam, like my bird, she's like me. She wants to be around me. It's not about food. It's about being around me, my companionship. And she wants to be around me all the time. She follows me everywhere I go. So it's just different. I never thought a bird would be that way. And it's, sounds silly, but yeah, I mean, it's a reality. Yeah, we need something to take care of, especially, I'm 49 and I'm a dad. I've been a dad for a long time. You've got to have something that you take care of. Maybe some people, it's their car, but really I think it has to be something alive that registers what you're doing. And that's the crazy cat lady. That's just somebody's lonely. She's lonely and she's got a big motherly vibe still in her body, and she's got to mother something, and so she does it for those cats. It's not crazy. Cats are really cool too. Cats will love you like that. They can be assholes, but I think they're cool. I never really felt like a cat is a pure ass. They just have that face, but I don't think they're assholes. They're cool, and you have to be cool with them. And sometimes that means being a little cold, whatever. But they care about you. They're sweet little things. They'll curl up with you, try to wake you up in the morning. But they're a little food-driven too. Where birds aren't food-driven. It's like once you have a bird that's your friend, it's just your friend. And she moves her head around with me. She tries to sing with me. If I'm singing, she'll bob her head up and down. She enjoys it. It's my little thing I had to have to deal with the divorce. And I recognize that, but I feel good about it. It makes me feel good, then I'm going to do it. Sitting around miserable sure as hell. What's that help? Oh, you're more manly because you just toughed it out. Yeah, ain't nobody toughing it out. Toughing it out is being smart enough to avoid the fucking problem and the pain of a fucking divorce and being separated from your family. If that means you get a bird or a dog or something, it makes total sense. It's about 2 hours. I'm going to get the hell off of it. I think I still need to heat that pad for long distances. My butt's starting to get sore. But for riding around in a quick hour or two, the seat alone is fine. One of my nieces asked me, why do you have that pad on there? And I explained, well, because I'm old and my butt hurts. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, the pad must look ugly to her. She recognized it on a level that it shouldn't be there. It doesn't belong. And I thought, yeah, you're right. And I appreciated it. And it's like I owe her a favor for doing that, for letting me know, hey, that thing doesn't really go. And now it's like when I shift the bike over, I can feel it a hell of a lot more than that fucking pad between the seat and me. It was like disconnecting me. I wasn't able to get the apex of the seat, where I can shift my weight a lot faster. Down in front of these wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to go in that place one day. So I don't know if you can see on the camera, it's an old Army Navy store. They have old Huey in the back. Pretty cool. But they have all sorts of stuff in there. Oh man, I still got a little ways to go, I think. It sucks. It's like getting cold and it's like when it rains. It's storm weather. I know, I see the sun up there on the horizon, but today the wind's going to be cold, and the winds are what decide the temperature, not the sun. Yeah, the sun does eventually, but it takes a while. There's some thing about when it is summer, like summer can start in April, but it won't get hot. You know, we're in that solar position where it should be hot, but it takes up until July to actually get the heat. And then once you hit July, the sun is already starting to move into the fall phase, but it takes a couple of months to get cold. So that's why you don't get cold till like October, November. It's kind of interesting, you know, it's not an instant heat, it's a slow buildup, which tells you it's not directly the sun that makes the temperature, it's the air. And one of the big drivers, you get these wind fronts that blow down from Canada. You can be 80 degrees one day, and then the next cold front blows down from Canada. It's going to be cold as shit. And you're like, how is this even possible? That's what it is. It's the air. It's like an air conditioner. We're in a big giant smoke globe. Snow globe, whatever. Smoke is probably more appropriate, but who owns a smoke globe? So, but you do one little reaction in that ball, and it affects the entire thing. It's kind of interesting. It's like the global warming. Look at heat! Look at heat! In the U.S., look at heat! All goddamn summer I've had to hear that. But they don't. Nobody mentions the fact that the South had a cooler than normal summer. And we've actually had a cooler than normal summer in the last 5-6 years. I saw it in the Wall Street Journal. It shows a blue ball around the whole southeast, except the very southern tip of Florida. But the rest was like 10 degrees cooler than average. Yeah, California is up. You know, the desert area of California is up 10 degrees. Oh, big surprise. It's a fucking desert. But, yeah, it's a little hotter there. That's, you know, El Nino and La Nina have an impact. And I think the weather got shifted this year. I think where normally the cooler spot would be California and Georgia would be hot. And then we've also gotten a lot of rain and they've been super dry. It's almost like everything got reversed. But it'll go back to normal. I mean, I'm not a denier of climate change. I just don't think it's as directly impacted by us as we think. And I think it can go one way and then it can turn around and go the other. We don't really know. I mean, if the glaciers all melt and the seas increase by a foot and some of these cities get wiped out, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a slow process and there'll be plenty of time to rebuild deeper in. And yeah, maybe some islands go away. Maybe some new islands pop up with volcano activity. Who knows? You just got to go with it. I hate to tell you, but one of these days this planet's going to be part of a supernova, and that'll be the end of everything anyway. There is an end to this planet, unfortunately. What I'd like to see, though, is a little more thought given towards animal and wildlife, and there's all these fucking roads everywhere. I mean, you can condense some of this. There's like, I've been riding for 2 hours. There's a house next to a house, next to a house, next to a house. The entire time I've been going, you could, push these a little bit closer together, and but everybody wants a lot of space. Now I'm looking in my mirror to make sure that guy behind me's gonna stop. So that looks good. Getting cold, baby. Getting cold. It's chilly. I'm ready to go home. Get me something hot to eat. I ain't going anywhere here anytime soon. Old boy's like, he's got his blinker on. He's not even out in towards the lane. Like he should be in front of that white SUV that's at the stop sign. But instead he's sitting back. Oh, there's two of them. All right, never mind. But get up there so you can make that quick turn. You're going to be there all day. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. see those signs? Let's go, Brandon. What is that? I don't know. I don't know who Brandon is. Maybe I'm not in the loop. I stopped watching the news after the election. I just was so tired of the bias and bullshit and everything's hey, it's a political tool to manipulate us. That's all it is. It's not there to report anymore. If you look at the news, go to YouTube and look up archival news reports from the 80s, whatever. Look, not what they're saying, not what they're talking about, but the style of reporting. It's factual. It's all factual and unbiased. It's non-emotional. It's true news. Here's the information. You do with it as you please. And nowadays, it's all editorial. It's all objective. Hey, subjective. It's all, hey, it's the way they say it. Trump passed a new law today. Well, here would be the flat way. Trump did an executive decision today to limit such and such. On to the next one. Nowadays, Trump made the executive decision to destroy farms, and we know how that's going to impact poor people. It's going to make people go hungry. Okay, it's a very one-sided fucking view, and you're not taking all the factors into account. You're a reporter. You're not a business person. You're not an economist. You're a fucking reporter. You sit at a bench wearing a suit and underneath probably shorts and tennis shoes, and you know more than the fucking economist that made a decision. Whatever. I don't need your opinion. Even if I agree with it, I don't need your opinion. I don't want your opinion. I don't want, Fox saying some shit that I agree with. I don't want CNN saying some shit I don't agree with. I just don't want to hear it. Just give us the facts. But they can't do it. So I just quit watching it. If you watch the news, you're being manipulated. You are. The bullshit with the election, all the fucking ballot stuffing, and the way the reporters would say it, they always say the proven election fraud, false allegation of election fraud. Who the fuck said it was false? Are you a jury? Do you represent a jury? A judge and a jury that made the legal decision that was false? No, you're not. You're just a person. You decided that, and then it's every reporter has to say the false allegations. They say that exact same phrase. I don't care what station you're looking at. I don't care if it's a newspaper, if it's printed. They always say that because their bosses tell them they have to say that. So they read from the little box, and they say that over and over again. And I guess if you say it enough times, it'll be true. But the thing is, I don't think the majority of people believe it. That's what's so funny, man. It's media is just totally disconnected from what the masses of people really think. And I think, especially here in Georgia, we think that election was bullshit. He didn't lose Georgia. I'm sorry, he didn't. There's video of all these vans going around stuffing ballots in the boxes. And people tracked them by their cell phone pings. The people they were political activists, and it showed them at these mailboxes at these times where videos showed vans pulling up and stuffing a bunch of ballots in, and they're all dated the same fucking day, over and over and over again. Whatever. You don't think, if you think that's all scam, you don't believe that really happened, okay, that's your prerogative. I do. I think it happened. I've always suspected voter fraud ever since I was 18 years old, and I noticed whenever we got near an election, all of a sudden, every other car tag was from Illinois. Every time. It's just very strange down here. Within a month outside of every election, you start seeing all these tags from the Northeast and Illinois. What are they doing down here? Why are they here? It's just odd, I know what they're doing. They're coming down to vote. They're going to vote here and then go home and vote again. And I've always suspected that. But what's funny, and the media says, they call Biden Hillary's bullshit. There has never been, I keep wanting to say forgery. There's never been false what's the word for it? Going brain dead. Voter fraud. There's never been voter fraud in the United States. Boy, that is a bold fucking statement. Never any. Give me a fucking break. We all know that's bullshit. Why would you say such a thing? Voter fraud, lots of different times. Voter fraud all. Ever heard of Tammany Hall up in New York? The political machine that was run by the various gangs and mafia by payouts. They pay people with alcohol, food, money to go vote a certain way. And then they have guys standing outside of voting polls with sticks, beat your ass if you didn't vote for the party guy. The guy that group wanted. Tammany Hall ran the show for 100 fucking years. JFK got elected because of the mob getting Chicago, Illinois to swing Democrat. It's happened several times. Several times. White people being kept from voting several times. And now, gaslighting is just like so fucking prevalent in politics that, we want to have ID. We just want to make sure that, people are who they are when they vote. That's racist. How is that racist? It's nothing to do with race. Nothing. I don't care what color you are. By God, if you want to vote, you better vote legitimately. You get one vote. That's it. One vote. Make all the votes count as long as it's one vote per person. One vote per person. It ain't that hard. Is it that hard to get an ID? I mean, surely there's an easy way. I mean, this isn't, 1895. Some people don't have IDs, and I got to go down to and mail it in, wait for it to come back. Yeah, that'd be pretty shitty. But we're not in that time anymore. Goddamn, you can point. The government gives everybody a fucking computer anyway. Half these people get disability payments from the government, so they know they have a social security number, they have an identification, they have some form of ID. They were born. You can't get a social security number if you weren't born in the hospital. So they've got a way to get ID, and I don't care what you do. If that means that these people, somebody shows up, I don't know how, that has no ID. Maybe they lost their license from a DUI or something. I get that. Could they not, when they show up at the polling place, get an ID? I mean, would there not be a way to maybe fill out a card or something and get some pertinent information and have a single database that confirms, we're issuing a temporary voting ID to this person. It's only going to be good for the voting, but we've confirmed who they are or whatever. Maybe it's not even a card. You just do it in the system, but you confirm who they are. That's it. Surely there's a way. With all the technology today, just give somebody a simple, yes, they're a real person, and no, they haven't voted anywhere else yet. This name has not voted yet. There's a social security number for every United States citizen. Surely enough, you could by those numbers, be able to figure out who's voted, who hasn't. Google can tell you how many times somebody's clicked on a web page. Google can track how many times somebody searched a certain subject and tell you what's the most searched thing. There's a way that the computers can handle tracking people voting. How many people are in the United States? 298 million, 300 million people? That's not really that hard, I don't think, for Google. Or some type, it can be done. It can be done. There's a lot of shit that I can't do. They would bust me on pretty quick. I mean, if I get a disbursement from my 401k, the IRS knows about it. They track us that way. They track each and every one of our cell phones. They're able to send emergency signals to everybody's cell phone, but they can't confirm your identity when you vote. If the people of this state want to vote left and they want to go commie or whatever else, social fascism, whatever you want to call it. I like social fascism. I like it. I think it's a good new word. But you want to go that way, if that's what everybody wants, I'll go with it. If that's what the majority wants, I won't raise a ruckus. Hey, that's what everybody wants. But when you start manipulating shit and some little minority of a group is all of a sudden telling you how your politics are going to be and telling you what you're going to do, what you wear, what you say, who you can socialize with. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Those are those busybody fucking people that I was talking